Are you listening? Damn.
Welcome to another episode of the Nerf Report. Thanksgiving has passed, we survived Black Friday, and Cyber Monday is tomorrow, but today is a brand new episode of the Nerf Report, episode 75 to be precise. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Bryant Chappel. The show is extremely simple. Every single week, we take all the week's gaming, geek, and nerd news, nerf it down into one show once a week for you, the audience. If you think that sounds awesome, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new here and haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Just like this week's subscriber of the week did, shout out to the Ice God. Now, the Ice God is a long-time original subscriber, but recently has been putting out some really cool Black Ops 4 content. So once you're done watching this video, head on over to his channel, check it out, very cool YouTuber. And of course, on this week's episode, we take a quick stop into the world of sports and discuss the closing of the H1Z1 Pro League. And while I was on vacation, Sony had the bright idea to drop a bombshell by announcing that PlayStation would be skipping next year's E3. But before we dive into that, let's talk about this week's top headlines. First up this week, let's talk about No Man's Sky. The game launched over 2 years ago, and despite its extremely turbulent launch, Sean Murray and the team at Hello Games have continued to support this game for their extremely loyal player base. This week, No Man's Sky introduced a brand new update titled Visions. In the update, gamers will discover a more diverse universe with new planetary biomes, more colorful worlds, new fauna and flora, brand new archaeology, new types of waters, trophies, improved storms, and rainbows.
I can't believe it. It's a double rainbow.
Also this week, the speculation over next-gen consoles is in full heat, but it looks like Microsoft might not be willing to leave this current generation just yet, because this week it was revealed that Microsoft is planning to launch a brand new version of the Xbox One in 2019. According to Brad Sams at Thurrott.com, the Scarlett devices are Microsoft's next-gen consoles and are not expected until 2020. But in 2019, the company is planning to release a discless console. And if it's making you nervous because you have a large collection of physical discs for your current Xbox, Microsoft has you covered. In addition to the new console, there will be a disc-to-digital program that, as the name states, turns your physical games into digital downloads. The idea is that you can take your disc to a participating retailer like the Microsoft Store and trade in your disc for a digital download. The goal with the new console is to lower the price point for the hardware. Currently, it costs about $299 to buy into the Xbox One family of devices, and Microsoft is looking to lower that price by possibly as much as $100. The new console price point is expected to be $200 or less. EA's Star Wars Battlefront 2 continued on their promise for free DLC content this week, so let's talk about it and play my favorite game. Did we finally get Gungan skins? Starting November 28th, the continuation of the Clone Wars, including the Battle of Geonosis, is coming to Star Wars Battlefront 2. The biggest highlight of the update includes the arrival of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan will mark the 18th playable hero in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, you didn't think I'd go an entire episode without talking about Fortnite, but in most weeks, it's a reach to find something Fortnite related to talk about. But this week, Epic Games did something really cool. This week's Fortnite story starts a couple months ago when a dad posted a photo of his son's dream Fortnite character on Reddit with a note saying, "Dear Fortnite, please add a skin in Fortnite called the Chicken Trooper." Now, the Fortnite Reddit community immediately took this child's drawing under its wing. They created brand new fan art and even came up with a better name called the Tinder Defender. So fast forward to this week, and the Tinder Defender has officially arrived in Fortnite. Connor's family has been compensated by Epic, and Connor's dad posted on Reddit saying, "We are so excited. I've surprised Connor with the skin, and he and his brother loved it. He's supporting a permanent grin. You guys made me the coolest dad alive."
And now for something completely different. Yeah.
H1Z1 the game that was Battle Royale before it was cool to be a Battle Royale. H1Z1 is a Battle Royale game that was launched by Daybreak Game Company. The game originally launched in 2015 as a part of Steam's Early Access, and in 2016, Daybreak announced that they would be spinning H1Z1 off into 2 games, Just Survive and King of the Kill. In 2017, Daybreak announced a partnership with Twin Galaxies to create an esports pro league called the H1Z1 Pro League. And unfortunately, this week it was announced that the H1Z1 Pro League would be shutting down. But in order to cover this properly, we need to take a stop into a recurring segment, a place that I like to call sports.
Finish him!
After 6 months of existence, the H1Z1 Pro League is shutting down. In fact, according to ESPN, the H1Z1 Pro League shared a message with the team saying, "It is with a heavy heart that a letter has been sent to the league's team's organizations providing notice that the second split has been suspended indefinitely, and that the second league season will not be renewed or scheduled at this time. As a result, teams have been immediately released from their league-specific obligations." Now, ESPN originally reported that delayed payouts and other league-related issues had led to the league's ultimate demise. Out of the league's 15 pro teams, a total of $6 million was to be divided amongst each team, with each team scheduled to receive $200,000 per season. The most recent league payment for the teams never happened, and the H1Z1 Pro League is now closed. Unfortunately for ESPN, not all of that information is 100% true. In fact, the co-chairman of Twin Galaxies, Jace Hall, issued a statement to Polygon saying, "The discontinuation of the league is not related to any payment. It is directly related to the decline of the game's audience from the start of the league's calendar year until now. It doesn't make sense to proceed with the league expansion until the game and its user base actually grows to a sustainable level to warrant that continued effort. The matter of stipend payments to the teams is completely unrelated to the decision to not continue the league, which is why the league still intends to fulfill its obligations there within the league calendar year as per the contract." And now it's time for our top story. PlayStation, the current king of gaming with over 85 million consoles sold and a library of near-perfect masterpieces to play, who could possibly be mad? Well, then this happened.
Yeah, Alfred. Huh? Hold on, we have breaking news. We have breaking news from Cool Greg. What's the chat saying? Wario64? Did Wario64 tweet that? Hold on, I'm on it. They're skipping E3.
Wow.
That's impossible. Wario64 is putting out. Wow. Wow.
Are they skipping E3?
Wow!
That's right. For the first time in 24 years, Sony has announced that they will not be attending and will be skipping next year's E3. Sony attempted to explain the announcement by saying, "As the industry evolves, Sony Interactive Entertainment continues to look for innovative opportunities to engage the community. PlayStation fans mean the world to us, and we always want to innovate, think differently, and experiment with new ways to delight gamers. As a result, we have decided to not participate in E3 in 2019. We are exploring new and familiar ways to engage our community in 2019 and can't wait to share our plans with you." Now, this announcement comes only a couple months after the massive announcement that Sony would not be holding a PlayStation experience in December. So the question has to be asked, why the sudden hate for conventions? E3 is easily one of the largest gaming conventions in the world, with over 69,000 gamers in attendance every year. So the idea that a gaming company, or any gaming company, would skip E3 weekend seems, well, to quote Greg Miller,
Ow.
That's impossible.
And PlayStation's announcement wasn't unnoticed inside of the industry. In fact, its primary competitor, Xbox, had this to say on Twitter: "We can't wait to see you all at E3 2019. Hashtag Xbox at E3. So this brings us full circle to the question of, why would Sony do this? Well, I personally think the answer is extremely clear. PlayStation no longer needs E3. In previous years, Sony has used E3 to announce new games, new services, and new hardware. with the PlayStation 4 reaching the end of its generation, and the PlayStation 5 speculated to be debuting in 2020, 2019 is a weird time for PlayStation. If they were to attend E3, we would be subject to The Last of Us, Death Stranding, and Ghost of Tsushima trailers. The event would just be a repeat of the 2018 E3 press conference, as Sony would be holding the big announcements for the PlayStation 5 press conference. What I see from this announcement is PlayStation setting up the board for a massive PlayStation 5 reveal. In lieu of E3 2019, I think that Sony will be holding an event similar to the size of PlayStation Experience, where they will announce the PlayStation 5, their visions, brand new games, and everything that the PlayStation fan base can look forward to. And finally for this week, we come to... that noise, of course, signifies that we are running out of time and coming close to the end of the show. So, in order to cover all the week's remaining news, we must initiate a segment that I like to call Nerfed in 60 Seconds. The rules to Nerfed in 60 Seconds are simple. Every single week, we have so much news to talk about and so little time to do it. So we take all the week's remaining news, put 60 seconds on the clock, and try to cover it as fast as humanly possible without running out of breath, passing out, or dying. And since I took last week off, it's been a good 2 weeks since I've done this segment, so I'm extremely rusty, so there is a good chance of me dying right now. So with that in mind, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Thunder noise! And... go! Five Nights at Freddy's is officially coming to the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and mobile devices. Play that game because it scares the living hell out of me. Congratulations are in order to DayZ, as they have officially sold 4 million copies worldwide. Luma, Boom Boom, and Paulina are all coming to Mario Tennis. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is confirmed for the PlayStation 4. Eevee is getting its own Tamagotchi. Kingdom Hearts 3 has gone gold. PlayStation Spider-Man has a brand new DLC update coming called the Turf Wars that features 3 brand new suits. Did you hear me? 3 brand new suits. Xbox Game Pass now allows preloading. The Pokemon Go December community event will feature every single Pokemon that was part of a previous community event. Astro has unveiled a $200 PlayStation controller, and Bungie will be revealing the Black Armory for Destiny 2 this week. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Nerfed in 60 Seconds. We are under the clock, and that is it for this week's episode of the show. If you like what you saw, which hopefully you liked it, I mean, who wouldn't like this show? Make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here and haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Get us to 1,000 subscribers. And most importantly, the most important thing I could ask you, share it with your friends. As always, my name is Bryant Chappel. You are you, and this has been the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching.